Alright, hello. We're gonna do a quick video. I'm just pretty tired today. After a day of therapy, no one really wants to do anything. So there's been a lot of talk over this weekend about how a lot of questions have been coming up the last couple weeks on how to communicate communicate/interact with my mom. So today, Mom, can you talk a little bit about like when you have a conversation with someone, what do you struggle with, and how can someone interact or talk with you better?
I struggle with them when they are too fast. I have to learn to tell them to slow down and let me think about it.
So when I'm like earlier today, or just now, literally 5 seconds ago, because I talk really fast, and I know I talk really fast. I just kept talking to her, and trying to have a conversation because today she's a little down with her progress, and this is part of the journey, right? There's a grief part of it, and she's 2 years out, and she's not where she wants to be, but we're telling her like, hey, like she's doing great. Anyways, so I was talking about a minute, and she didn't tell me anything. She didn't do her normal cues. Usually whenever we're talking too fast, she'll usually just shut down. So she'll put her head down. She'll get really irritated, or she'll just close her eyes and be like, I don't want to have to do anything about this. But she didn't. She just stared into space. She like glazed over and was like, all right, like checked out. So for her, I was noticing that like slow response, and so I was asking her, but we're trying to work towards her saying and interrupting the conversation, be like, hold the phone, slow down, because I was talking like this, blah, 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 like a normal speed. But with Mom, it's a very key thing is to slow down. So is the rate that I'm talking at right now, do you feel like it's a good rate, or is it still too fast?
Oh, it's good.
So here in real life, that's the rate that I talk to her, and I sometimes forget because sometimes she's very quick-witted. So that's number one. When you have a conversation with her, slow down the rate. Don't talk to her like she's a kid, because she's not a kid. She's a grown woman, and yeah. And number two, I think the biggest thing for you is when you see friends you haven't seen for a while, I guess, do you want them to ask you if it's okay to hug you, or are you okay with them giving you a hug?
No, they have to ask me.
Well, what do you feel when it's like a friend you haven't seen in a long time? What is that feeling? Like, what do you feel when they give you a hug? What does that make you feel like? And why do they need to ask?
I feel like they're trying to spread germs.
Say that again. Say it loud and clear.
I feel like they're trying to spread germs.
Mommy! So it makes you a little uncomfortable, right? Okay. So, and another thing too, she also has vision issues, and I'll put another video out for kind of her current deficits that we're kind of working on to get better. But she has issues processing like the world around her visually, but it is getting better. Natasha said you were getting better, so that is getting better. But again, yeah, so number one, definitely slow down. And if you notice that she's quiet, or she's putting her head down, or she does like this, that usually means that you're either moving too fast or she's done with the conversation. And try to keep conversations to a minimum, to an hour for now. And then number two, ask her if it's okay to give her a hug. Especially if she hasn't seen you guys in like, what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are kind of the key things. And again, and another thing that for her is if you have questions, A, talk one person at a time, and B, ask her very specific questions. Like if I asked you, what are you doing in therapy? Is that too broad or is that specific enough?
Too broad.
Too broad? So what do you feel like when that type of question happens, when like a question's too broad?
I have to answer in many ways.
In many ways. So how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel
Overwhelmed.
It makes you feel overwhelmed? Okay. So that's a key thing too. So whenever you see her, instead of saying like, "Oh, how's therapy going?" like try to narrow it down to specific therapy. She's in pretty much all the therapies you can think of: speech, physical, occupational, vision, behavioral therapy as well. So again, when you talk to her, be very specific. So like, what is your goal for this month? Or what is your goal 6 months from now? Or things like that. Be specific. And if you ask a question, give her a minute to respond. And if she doesn't respond, try re-asking the question to kind of get her engaged. Because she does have attention issues. It's gotten a lot better. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add for people talking, communicating with you, interacting with you that you would want some of our friends and family to know? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you're okay with one being slow down the rate, two being ask if they can give you a hug, three being asking very specific questions. And is there anything else? That's pretty much our video for today. This will be part of the caregiving series. A little scary. And yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned. Again, we're not licensed therapists or anything like that. So please continue to work with your licensed therapy team and your medical professional team. We're just here to kind of show mom's ups and downs, and hopefully she'll continue watching these videos and know that she's making progress and doing really well, because she is. And she's continued to make huge strides after 2 years after a stroke, which is really, really a blessing, to be honest. Again, please consult your licensed medical professional team. Please do not use this as a medical tutorial or video to say like, this is how my brain injury, like this is how I should recover. Like, again, it's definitely like a fingerprint.
Right. Depends on everybody. Different. Some people, I learned how to walk within 2 years. Some took 7 years, 10 years, 9 years, 10 years. So it depends on each individual.
That is a very good statement, and we will close with that and end the video. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. Bye.